So this recessed area is where most people mess up. If you don't control how you lay and stretch the vinyl here, you're gonna get wrinkles, tension lines, or even lifting later on. In this video, I'll show you exactly how to wrap this section the right way, and that one mistake that ruins installs every time, so you can save material, avoid redoing the job, and get a clean professional finish. Now, the very first thing I like to do in this scenario is give myself some relief cuts. Relief cuts are gonna allow me to manipulate and move the vinyl in whatever direction I want to without causing too much tension in this area right here. Personally, I start off with a cut at the top, and then I like to do a cut in this recessed area right here just to give myself some workability room with the vinyl. Next, I'm gonna go ahead and warm up the vinyl with my torch. Now, if you're new to this, just get a heat gun or a blow dryer, whatever you might be using as your heat source, because a torch could burn through this wrap pretty easily. From there, I want to make sure that I'm laying this edge so I'm not getting wrinkles on the edge. And then I'm gonna go ahead and soften up the vinyl one more time. From here, I'm just taking the vinyl and turning it over onto my top edge. The only thing this is doing is getting the vinyl even closer to the panel on the top side. Now on this middle side, I'm gonna go ahead and heat it up a little bit more because that area needs to be a little bit softer. And then I'm gonna go ahead and start pushing the vinyl closer to the panel and using my fingers to lay the vinyl onto that panel. The goal here is to work that vinyl all the way up to the edge of the bumper. This is gonna serve as your anchoring point. As you can see on the top area, in this middle area, it's already fairly close to the panel, so it's really easy for me to go ahead and work that out with my fingers. Now what I'm doing here is I'm gonna be re-lifting the vinyl and making sure that I'm working it down without any tension. The last thing, and I mean the absolute last thing I want to do, is force it into this area. We have an inlay on the very back side of this bumper. It's just because we had to do our relief cuts, and our relief cuts are allowing us to lay the vinyl into this recessed area without forcing it. Now with the top area already being laid, we could go back and trim that later, but for now, we're gonna go ahead and work this middle area back. Heat it up a little bit, and then you're gonna want to use your squeegee on this flat area. Work the vinyl back and forth evenly so you don't get a bunch of wrinkles piling up in one area. You can manipulate the top of the vinyl left or right to fight the wrinkles, and then once you get to this recessed area, you wanna feed it in with your finger. Now, we're not forcing it in or giving it heat just to force it in. We still have to consider that this channel could pop out later just from having too much tension. So you want to work it in slowly with your finger. And once you get it laid all the way in that channel, that's something we're gonna go back and post heat just in case. As you can see, I even lifted it here just to get it out of that channel so that I can lay it in there evenly without just forcing it in. Now this area has a double recess, and if you haven't noticed, I pulled the gasket away from this area so I could work it all the way in. That means whenever I put the gasket back on, you will not see any color anywhere on the back of this bumper. So from here, we're just going to be laying this edge again, making sure we have the wrinkles off, and then we're coming back with the squeegee to lay the flat area. We're going to be working it all the way to the end of the bumper, and it's going into that next recessed area right there. Keep in mind, this is still a recessed area that can bubble, so if you got some bubbles that you're trying to force in, make sure you pull it back away from the panel and relay it with no tension. Now from here, all the hard work is pretty much done. If you know how to score wrap, then you should be perfectly fine with following your inlay. If you don't, make sure you lay knifeless tape on your inlay so you don't have to put a blade on top of the vinyl and cut through possibly both pieces of vinyl and have paint showing later. Me, I know how to score wrap. I've been doing it for a while. As you can see, I didn't even fully score it right here. That's how light I'm cutting. So I'm gonna go back and finish that up. But like I said, if you know your blade pressure, you could pretty much just score the wrap, not cut through the other wrap, but you could also just use knifeless to play it safe. Now, the number one mistake that most people make is not going back and post heating. You wanna go back and post heat your inlay. You wanna go back and post heat both of those recessed areas. If you see the recessed area start to bubble up or anything start to move or shift or show paint, then you probably laid this wrong and you might have to do it again. But if you did it how we showed you in this video, then your job should look something like this. And if you guys actually enjoyed this video today and want to see more stuff like this, then go ahead and give me a like, subscribe, and comment what you want to see next time, and I'll try to push those videos out for you as soon as I can.